Hey, 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 I'm with my girl Tia Marie, and I am Lakeisha Jones. And a little bit about myself. I am the author of Grand Rising. It's a self-help book for individuals who have been going through some type of trauma in their lives. Check me out. I'm located on Amazon as a paperback, a ebook, and Audible. So check me out.
It's your girl, Tia Marie. I'm your motivational coach, helping you set goals and get on the road to success. So, how you been, Keisha?
I've been great. I've been great. Still enjoying this last, nice weather before it gets a little chill. So I'm loving it.
Me too, girl. I want to do a bit of traveling, and I've been checking out some places that I might want to visit. Some local U.S. domestic travel. But lately, I've been seeing that there's a lot of issues going on in Memphis. Child, have you ever been to Memphis?
I have never been there ever.
Yeah, so I want to talk about what's been going on in Memphis this week of September. What's today? September
Eight?
11th, 8th, September 8th. Um there have been several shootings and a kidnapping down in Memphis. Have you had a chance to check those out or seen them on the news?
I have. And when you say traveling, it ding, 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 because all type of stuff crazy stuff go on in the world. So I'm not wanting to go there no time soon. I tell you that. But however, I have definitely heard about it.
Yeah, so Memphis won't be on my list until I do some research because this past week they've had two major incidents that became national news. The first one was the kidnapping last Friday of her grandfather. Her family was like in the Memphis government, well up in the in law enforcement in the local politics, and she was a elementary school teacher. She was 34 years old, had two kids, married, and she was kidnapped about 4:30 a.m. while jogging in her neighborhood. I think she went out at 4:30, and when she didn't come back, her husband called the cops around 7 a.m., and they had been searching for her from Friday until this Wednesday. They found her body yesterday, I believe, on Wednesday. And that case had me pissed off because I thought, okay, they're going to find her alive. The reason I thought they would find her alive is because as soon as she went missing, her family was like red alert all over the US. It was immediate. They were out full time, like, we gonna find her, like today, that Friday. And something like that, you would think somebody be like, oh shit, I kidnapped this woman. Let me kick her out the car right here because um they gonna be on me. They have the resources to pull videos, to pull tools, whatever they need to come find me. I'm gonna get rid of her because I ain't trying to go to jail for whatever I haven't done yet. And this fool decided, oh shit, they coming to find her, let me kill her. So that really pissed me off, and I want to be on that trial. So, what do you think about that that whole situation? Like, how do it make you feel? Does it invoke anything? Anything?
Um, it pisses me off as well. Totally. And I feel just, obviously we'll never know what goes on in individuals' brain for him to even be out at 4:30. And to me, with that being said, and he has nothing to do, is not going to a job or really have any business being out at that time, to me, it's like you're on some bullshit anyway.
Yep.
And you were just trying to find that victim. However, you found this victim, and it's like, okay, ding, ding, ding. On the other hand, as me being a mother and a woman, I'm not comfortable with going out at 4:30 and jogging anywhere just due to the safety, and then that makes you a easy target.
Yeah.
However, if you are going to go jog and that's something that you do, then have a knife, have some mace, make sure you're aware of your surroundings, scream loud as you can. If you have a dog, take your dog. If you have a permit to carry, whatever the case may be, to be able to protect yourself. Because again, when they show the video and things like that, just the attire that she was wearing is like, how can you have those things on you? So I feel for her, because I'm sure that this is something that she did all the time. That's why she was comfortable with going out at 4:30 in the morning. Because no one will continuously to do that if it's not their normal routine. So again, yes, I'm pissed about it, because how dare you rape this woman, kill her, and do things. To me, it's so many women out here to give that shit to you for free, prostitutes or whoever, and you sit here and do this to another human being.
Right. Now you got 2 kids growing up without their mom, a whole kindergarten class without their teacher. Um, and I was trying to figure out, why was I so pissed off since the day this happened, Friday, when I heard about it. I was like, why am I so bothered by this? I don't know why. Um, and it just dawned on me because I'm sitting out here looking at out the window, and it's a gorgeous, like, trees and walking paths. Every Saturday in the morning, I go out and I walk the trails, and it's a really nice community in a very privileged area. But when I hear, it's a lot of woods, so when I hear like a branch fall,
Yeah,
when I hear something crack, when I hear the birds and the animals and the trees, I'm always looking around me, like checking, like, and my mind goes between, all right, you safe, I guess, because this is a lower crime area and people are wealthier. I guess I'm all this stuff is going in my mind when I'm walking by myself, and then I'm comparing it to the inner city, and I think you can't really let down your guard anywhere.
you
You
can't.
really can't. And it doesn't have to be that guy who did this to her. It could be some old white, Hispanic, black, male or woman looking for money, looking for opportunities, going through, on taking pills. Um, and I think that's why it bothered me, because I'm like, I got a right, I've come a long way. I got a right to walk through these trails.
Right.
I have a right to walk through the hood in each street. I should hit that is a right to be able to walk down the street without somebody dehumanizing you for whatever reason. And I think that's why it triggered me, because I struggle with that when I'm doing my grounding and I'm walking through trees, through nature. And I'm thinking somebody could really just grab me through these trees. And then I go, no, this is a nice area. Stop thinking like that, because then you won't be able to experience the better things in life. And here she go doing the exact same thing, and look what happened. I think that's why it hit me, because I'm like, damn, that's something. She's in a wealthy area or a decent area, and the same thing that could have been anybody. It
Anybody.
really could have been anybody.
And I agree. And again, I feel people have to be more aware of their surroundings. And again, and if you're hearing some, body stopping or whatever the case may be, going up and knocking on somebody's door or just making this, loud noise, because I probably would have broke somebody's window or whatever, and I'm not, and again, be aware of your surroundings and not be on these trails and paths early in the rising when it's still dark out, because there's nobody going to be able to hear you. They're not going to, you know,
Mhm.
you just have to be aware of what it is that you're doing. And like I said, people shouldn't have to worry about this, but with the world that we live in today, yes, the fuck we do. We have to be worried about these type of things, you know. Again, like you say, that a kindergarten teacher, they have to explain, okay, where your teacher is. You never see her kids, you never see the kids, her family, and this man out here sitting here trying to find someone to fuck with, because again, this was an easy target for you. She's out at this time. She had her shorts and shirt on, so you know probably she didn't have any weapons or anything, you know. So again, it's just like it's just a fucked up situation, and I feel the need. People can, if they want to kill somebody, kill your damn self. Simple. Because then you don't have to live. You don't have to live and see any of this. You don't have to live and be mad at whatever you're mad at and hurt and kill somebody else and hurt another human, because they do have a family too. You know,
Yep.
it's simple. Because then what now? You're in jail. You might get the death penalty. You're gonna die anyway. So it's like, why not do that in the first place?
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. And further to what my experience is, I travel a lot solo and I love it. And it's like, damn, if you can jog in your own community, how the hell how the hell am I gonna travel? And I like to go on retreats. I like to go in the mountains. I go solo, but there are other people there, that I meet there. But who knows who's watching, who's on the outside of that space that's watching, waiting for you to go to your car alone. Um, Myself and a friend of mine one of my best friend, we went to a yoga retreat, and we were out in the woods in the mountains, and it was a community. I'm not sure if you saw that episode of Martin where he had joined the cult.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he changed his name, and his hair was all grown out with twigs and
Yep,
stuff in
yep,
it.
yep.
It was like that. My friend said it was like that, and I see why the community we went to. But they had hired a security guard from outside of their community, um, that would come in and drive around the community. And it was a black guy. We caught him when we were like having a ceremony inside. He was hiding behind a podium recording myself. We were the we were the only two black people there, me and my friend, outside of himself, and we were sitting in the back. And he's sitting in the back, and would just record his phone. We see his light on his phone when I turn around, and he put the phone down and covered it with his hands because you can see the light shining. And he's staring at me, and I'm like, "Is he recording us?" And then we left. So we met another young lady out there who had driven from DC, and she was by herself. And we were staying in like little cabins. It's a real quiet community from the earth. Um, Very low key place. So we met her and her car broke down. And this security guy comes out. She's like, I'm very uncomfortable. Can you all stick around me? I got to drive back home tonight. I only came for one night. I stayed overnight and I'm going back home tonight. Can you guys hang around until I get my car fixed? There's a security guy who's offered to fix my car, but he's also asking me, a lot of personal questions. And then he asks me if he can take me out, and he's just really inappropriate, and it's weird for this environment. So she's like, he would not leave. So she came to our room, because we were the other black people there. So she came to our room and say, hey, can you come up with me? And we were already uncomfortable with him. But she called the tow truck, got her car fixed, and we stayed with her until, she drove out and kind of chatted with her on her phone until she got back into the city. But you never know who's watching. Somebody he worked, they hired him, brought him into the community to work, and they don't even play stuff like that. He is watching and recording women. Um, you never know. You never know people's
Ne-
motive.
You never know. You never know. And that's the thing too. A lady was saying, and she put it on social media, that when she went to the grocery store and a man was following her, and every aisle that she went down, he was following behind her, and she had turned around and look and just kept, being there. And so she said, she asked this couple, can they walk her out to the car too? So they end up walking out there too. But just thinking about just some of the things that you are unable to do anymore. Again, we all have to continue to say, you know what, let's protect ourselves. We have to go, in doubles, or again, be able to have something on yourself to protect yourself and know about your whereabouts. And if you have to look behind yourself a few times or whatever the case, maybe that's something that you have to do. You cannot just be comfortable. I don't care if it's in the hood. I don't care if it's in a more upper class neighborhood. I don't care where it's, because it's crazy cuckoo motherfuckers everywhere you go. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because out here on these drugs, doing this shit, mental illness, all this type of things. And they may look normal, but they fucking ain't normal.
And there's no such thing.
It ain't no such thing as
Right.
normal. Everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Everybody got something waiting for something to trigger that piece of crazy that they haven't dealt with yet. And I just say definitely wise up and protect yourself.
I agree. I agree.
Mhm.
Totally. I agree. So yeah, be aware of your surroundings. Totally.
And that's just the first story. The other story, right quick, was it happened yesterday. There was a mass shooter who was going around Memphis. It was a young black male, 19 years old. He was shooting people. He was recording it live on a social media site. He's waving the gun around like, oh, he's smiling. He's like, oh, they out here talking about they gonna do it. I'm really gonna do it. You wanna see me? Wanna see me? Watch this. He walked into a grocery store and fired like 3 shots into this man's it was like a 7-Eleven or something, a corner store, and shot like 3 shots into this man who just walked around the store looking for his chips or something. Pow pow pow. Closed the door like I told y'all, and just diddy bop right to his car, went on to the next random person while on live.
And
While
that,
on live. Now what do you do? That's absolutely nuts. He's grinning whole time. When they arrested him, he's still grinning. Still grinning. Like what?
and it's sad because that's lost for words. Again, you going around killing numerous of people to hurt and harm, like to kill them. You're shooting them. You don't give a damn what they have, what's going on. He's killing men and women. So he didn't give a damn. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
Then you're sitting here, you're taking their vehicles, and then you rotating, because then you're in another vehicle and you constantly keep swapping out. Again, for you to know that you're doing these type of things, it's still a mental illness. Again, why not kill your damn self? Do you feel it's gonna
Li-
hurt, or is it harm, or like, oh my gosh, I can't do this to myself? But you sit here and you want other people to suffer. You feel what I'm saying? And then their families that have to suffer. Versus if you just took your own damn life because you're not happy or whatever the case may be, and if your family is upset, you did that shit to yourself. You killed yourself. No one did that to you. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of people are like, oh, that's probably not okay. This, that I'm saying is, yes, the hell I'm saying that, because again, it's a lot of people out here that these people are hurting and harming, regardless of mental illness or not. You're doing this and you're hurting people. Why not do this to yourself and just end the misery for yourself versus other people? That's not
And
okay.
I don't,
That's not right. Now you're in jail, still with this mental illness, and might get the death penalty. And then now you're fucked either way.
and I don't believe I believe that there are some people in prisons that can't be reformed. Lead them in there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I
Some
mean, that's true.
people,
Think about it, because even the first guy we talked about, he
yep,
kidnapped somebody. He did what,
a
20
grown
something years.
man, 20
Then you
years,
got out again. Now you done
did it
kidnapped
again.
somebody again. And now you done killed this person. So you already have a record of doing it. So they know you are capable of doing this. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel the jail system is a way that, okay, if you did A, B, and C, these are the type of things that should happen. this man got away. He did this time. Why not do it again? They took 20 years from me. Think about it. What can I do after 20 years? You know, life continues to go on without you. You sort of lose that life.
Um,
You're behind bars. So you're not really growing. You're not
or
doing
living.
or living. So think about it. They took 20 years away from you or so. Then you get out, it's like, this shit is different. It's new for me. I can't get a job, all of this shit, and I'm still not happy. So guess what? I'm gonna do this shit again. Now I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
kill this person. Guess what? I just be in jail because this is what I'm used to any damn way.
Yep.
I got my 3 meals a day. I'm sitting comfortably and laying, and I'm good. So maybe he want to carry his ass back to jail. You see what I'm saying? So certain things,
Might be
like,
right.
you see what I'm saying? How can I get back in jail? Because I'm safer. You have to do a crime to be able to go back to jail. And I'm not, and don't get me wrong, is many people that go to jail for whatever reason and get out and make a better life for themselves.
Yep.
But it's a lot of people that come out and do the same shit and they're in jail, then they get out, then they're in jail, then they get out and do, and it's just a routine for them.
That's that's
So
why. Yeah.
go ahead, I'm sorry.
That's why I'm just so big on mental health being in elementary school. It need to start and be a normal part of society.
It do, and they have to be able to talk to someone, and it's okay to do so. And I think, again, it starts at home. For some reason, everybody don't get it at home. I also think they should have it at school. They should have, some type of counselor, some type of therapist that's in there so these kids can just be able to talk to, not charging. You see what I'm saying? They can be an employee that the school is paying for. But guess what?
Mm-hmm.
The parents shouldn't have to pay for it because, again, the parents are not going to pay for a therapy or counseling for their kids if they don't have the money to be able to do so. It's sad because they rather go maybe get a Gucci bag, go out and get something to drink, do A, B, and C, but not get that healing. Because why? Because maybe they didn't get that healing. But again,
Yep.
you have to be able to break that cycle. So again, yes, it starts in school, and they have to start somewhere because it's like, it's sad. And then think about it, some of these kids get picked on. Then they get into like this bullying. Then they hurt and they go home and then they don't want to go to school. Then they start, think about it. When these kids is bullying and picking on somebody, they going through some shit. They ain't just doing this because I want to pick and bully on somebody. Either they mama or daddy or somebody, they getting picked on. Somebody showed them how to do these things. You feel what I'm saying? Because a child learned by what they see. They didn't just wake up and say, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
bully one day. I have a mental health this day, or I got ADD. They don't wake up saying or doing these type of things. It's a learned behavior. So if they're able to talk to somebody and release and get things out that they're talking about or how they feel, this world will be a better place.
Yeah. And people don't know how to express emotions. They have a limited range and affiliation and connection with different emotions outside of happy or mad.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even connect with sad
Not
because
sad.
most of the time when you're mad, you're really sad, you're hurt that something happened to you, but you choose to take it out in anger because you only know mad or happy,
And I
not even joy.
and I'm
Don't even know
happy that
joy.
you said that because really when people are hurt or
We're angry
have
and
a traumatic experience, that's all they know. Only two things, and I'm a living witness to that. So I can speak on that. I went to therapy, and he asked, "Well, how did you feel? When you was going through your divorce, pissed off,
mm-hmm.
mad." Well, how else did you feel? What the hell else is you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm mad. I'm hurt. I told you, Well, no, well, how else it I'm like, I don't know what this man want from me. You know what I'm saying? But when you
Yeah.
don't know, you don't know. And that's, again, it starts with the elementaries, and you're talking about these different feelings because it's a lot of different ones. And there's one movie that I love, and I can't think of it right now, but it's a movie, it's a kid movie, it's a cartoon, and they talk about all their emotions. like colorful, and they talk about like the happy, sad, angry, love, and it was a beautiful movie that I said all kids should watch. It's like a despicable me or some type of,
Maybe the Emoji Movie.
yes, it's something like that, but it was so many emotions and it was so bomb that everybody should watch this, and it should just become like this cycle thing, and a lot of mental illness will be reduced versus, guess what, I'm putting them on medication. You can't just stick somebody on medication, because guess what, they're going to have some type of symptom. They don't talk about the side effects, because guess what, all the medication don't work for everybody. There's side
Yep.
effects. This can make them be mentally ill. Or if they don't take the medication, they don't talk about the withdrawals, what this can do to a person, because now I don't take this medication. Now I got the jitters. Now I got this going on and I don't know what the hell to do. And yes, they might probably think, I want to go kill somebody. I want to hurt somebody. But again, that's because they're on all these medications. And even with these kids, oh, they got ADHD because they hyper running around having a good time. That don't mean that shit.
Right.
Let them kids do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just more of them learning what it is and expressing themselves. So again, with these two individuals and all these people that do these crazy, weird ass shit, or it is some type of mental illness. And I feel sad for those individuals who have those, so don't get me wrong, I feel sad for those, but at the same time, I feel more sad about the individuals that they're hurting. Because that shit ain't right. They got, what I'm saying? That shit ain't right. And yeah, that shit ain't right.
Right. And like you said, it could be any one of us at any given time. And it's like, how are you preparing yourself for this? Are you prepared for when someone jumps out of a vehicle, when someone decides to have road rage or start shooting inside of a market and you're there? How do you respond? How do you prepare your family? You never really can be prepared for something like that.
Yeah, you really can't. I agree. You can't. And what I'm gonna, leave everyone with though too is what I have started learning is when you go into stores, look at exit signs, look at the easy escape routes. Not saying that when somebody come in, you might be the first person, so there's nothing that you can do. However, sometimes if it's bang bang, you're hearing these type of things, and you need to be able to have a scapegoat right away. So when people go in stores, they need to figure out these, okay, this the loading out, this the exits, how can I get out besides the front door? Just being aware of these things everywhere you go. If you're walking down the street, being aware of your surroundings. Don't walk too close to the edge, like when you like hitting a corner and somebody around there,
The
stay
corner, yeah.
on the side. So just being aware of certain things and having something on you, you know what I'm saying? A knife, mace, something on you to be able to protect yourself. Whatever it is. But again, it's like you never can be able to prepare yourself enough. And I say, talk to your kids about these things. Talk to them and say, when you guys are out of this house, going to the bus stop, going wherever you're going, when you're out this house, in the store, stay off them damn phones, because you're an
Yep.
easy target. When you're sitting here and on your phone, they looking and you doing all of this and da 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 da. You ain't seeing what's going on around you, and now you became an easy target, because now guess what, this person, they see you're not paying attention. So just again, tell your kids, or somebody come, in a school shooting, start looking with the exits, or lay down somewhere, hide somewhere. So certain things, and not just screaming and running. It's certain things, like I said, we can't prepare for everything because you just never know, but we can start preparing for things that happen. Just how they do fire drills at school, tornado warnings and shit like that we're doing. Now we have to do damage drills and things for mental crazy, because some of them may not be mental, some of them just crazy as hell people in this world. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like we just have to be able to do that. And I mean that's with any damn color. I mean, talk to your family, talk to your kids, and get a routine going, because it's a scary world. And I just want to leave you guys with that, just being aware.
Yeah.
We are easily distracted and we need to not be.
Yeah. And I myself, I like to watch some like tactical and defense shows on YouTube, like how to protect yourself, actually looking at scenarios and things that have happened to other people, and where someone professionally is showing you how to avoid, how to prevent, and how to respond to these things. Like I watch a lot of like crime shows where they show what happened, like in detail, mainly so I can see what are some things I can do? And I don't want anything to ever shock me where I'm caught off guard if it happens to me. I want to have some familiarization, some exposure to something so I can be like, all right, this is what you need to do. Like, you've seen this before. It ain't happened to you, but you've seen it before and you know, don't do that, don't do this. So I want my mind, I like to play when I'm watching them shows, I like to play out in my head, what would you do? I play that a lot. What would you do if this happened?
Yes.
Um, and I always have done that. And it always just keep me mentally ready. Some people are like traumatized. I can't watch stuff like that, but it really does, especially for like um, teenagers and young adults. They really need to be aware of what's going on in the world, and nothing, not nothing, but most things should not throw them off and surprise them. And they go into freeze mode because they're like, "Oh my God, this is really happening. Yes, it's happening." You've
Yes.
seen it before. Your body needs, they have self-defense classes so they can know what it feels like to get hit, get maced, get pepper sprayed,
Yes.
get tasered. Do that. Expose your family to those things. I like to stay ready. So my parting words are stay ready, you know. Live your life, but stay ready.
I agree.
Mm.
I agree. So yeah, you guys like, comment, share, and like me and Tia said, stay ready and be aware. And we'll catch y'all the same time, same day next week, and we'll go from there.
Peace.
Bye bye.